Deadlock is full of all sorts of items that make you move faster, and I was looking at these the other day and it made me wonder, what's the absolute fastest speed you can reach in Deadlock? Well, today I'll be answering that question to the best of my abilities, and this ended up being a bit more complex than I'd originally thought, and I was actually really surprised by the results. But these items, they cost a lot of souls, and it's not like the government are gonna fund an experiment like this, so that's why this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Let me tell you about
the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra,
featuring
the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra,
electric trimmer. With the upgrade to
5.0,
they've taken grooming precision to a whole new level with their next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads. The upgraded trimmer blade features longer, wider, and rounded teeth that cut through hair with ease while keeping your skin untouched and your blood inside your body. But if you want a closer shave, then you can swap it out for their skin-safe foil head and get a cleaner, smoother finish. It's basically two trimmers for the price of one. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra also has a bigger LED light and introduces a dual temperature feature for better visibility. Its waterproof design means you can use it in the shower with no worries, and it also features a travel lock, preventing any accidental button presses draining your battery. And if you thought that was all, well, you're a silly one, aren't you? No, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, as well as the Crop Soother and Crop Preserver to keep your boys cool and comfortable from dawn to dusk. And not only do you get all the previously mentioned goodies, but when you purchase the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, you'll receive 2 free gifts. Firstly, these lovely boxes designed for ultimate comfort and the Shed 2.0. So head over to Manscaped.com and get your hands on the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra today. When you use my promo code CREAM, that's CREAM with 3 E's, you'll get 20% off plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts. Thanks for making this experiment possible. Now, let's lay out the ground rules. We're going to be recording the movement speed while on the ground, so not ziplining, not magic carpet, none of that. The way we'll be tracking our speed is through this number down here, which will tell us the exact meters per second we're traveling at. And even if the fastest speed is only recorded for a second, that's what we'll note down. And I won't be counting teleports since it's just kind of lame. And just the last rule, guys, let's just make sure to have fun. That's what it's all about. Now, onto the experiment. The first hero I wanted to try was Grey Talon. This is because, as of recording this, he's one of the only characters whose move speed scales with their spirit power. The higher the spirit, the faster the move speed. So before throwing all my money into move speed items, I set up on building into spirit power as much as I could to see if it had any sort of edge. Using this thinking, we end up with items like this. We can also increase our spirit power further with items from other categories as well. Let's throw those in there. Now, once we apply each of the conditional buffs, our base move speed goes from a sluggish 6.3 to a respectable 24. And this is a significant increase, but I have a feeling it could be much faster if we try to balance move speed items with spirit power. So I created a new build to test this out. And to keep it simple, all of these items give me movement speed, these give me spirit power, and these have a combination of both. Now, it all happens really quickly, so I'll run you through it. All of these actions are intentionally ordered so that each buff would last just long enough to stack on top of each other. I start by grabbing the movement and casting buff, giving me extra sprint speed and spirit power, scaling my move speed. I punch in Furnace to trigger Spirit Snatch, activate Ethereal Shift, and since it lasts a few seconds, I use this time to half my health for the Frenzy speed boost. From there, I throw my trap and land a quick headshot, activating Surge of Power, Headhunter, and Burst Fire for another 6 meters per second. While phasing through the Veil for Veil Walker, I do a final cast of Fleetfoot and Divine Barrier, giving me a peak speed of 38 meters per second. And this is an insane upgrade from our measly 26 meters per second. But this build isn't flawless. Remember how I said earlier that move speed is different to sprint speed? Well, sprint speed makes this whole setup completely redundant, because after ramping up, you can beat the previous record without the need for these 2 items. With this in mind, I think our next contender might be a little faster. Wraith. Now, Wraith has a similar stat to Talon, but instead of move speed, she scales with sprint speed. Perfect. Though this means I need a different approach. Unlike move speed where you can throw on 20 different buffs and then start moving, sprint speed needs 5 seconds outside of combat to activate and then even longer to charge all the way up. This makes items like Burst Fire and Headhunter useless since activating these buffs means getting into a fight, resetting your sprint speed. So instead of buying those, I'm more looking for things that increase my spirit power for sprint speed scaling as well as items and actives that provide move speed. And this is what I ended up with. Once again, movement speed items, spirit power items, and a combo of the 2. Just like Talon, I start by grabbing my buffs and then spend the next 22 seconds charging up her sprint speed. Seriously, it's kind of insane how fast she can become, though being out of combat for this long without getting tickled by a trooper or tower or enemy hero is very unrealistic. Right, sorry. While I wait, I half my health for Frenzy, followed by Fleetfoot, Divine Barrier, and Surge of Power. Finally, I sprint through the Veil, resulting in an absurd top speed of 53 meters per second or 190 k's per hour, leaving poor Gramps in the dust. But just like previously, not even this build is safe. I honestly thought this couldn't be topped, but what if I told you could reach the same speed for half the price, no flex slots, and no buff? Well, somehow every single Deadlock video I make has the exact same main character. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Calico. After spending the last video cat-maxing, I knew she was fast, but I didn't think she could be this fast. Calico, or more appropriately Ava, has a level 2 upgrade that gives her a 110% movement speed boost while in cat form. She also uses move speed instead of sprint speed and doesn't scale with spirit, meaning we can pick up a lot less spirit power items to make sure she runs as fast as possible. And funnily enough, I didn't even end up using all the slots, I just straight up ran out of items to buy. Speaking of items, here's the categories, movement speed items, and here is the rundown. Alright, you know the drill by now. Movement buff, pop E-shift, half your health for Frenzy, phase through the Veil for Veil Walker, shoot and Furnace for these two, surge of power on Ava, and spam all your abilities and BAM! 72 meters per second. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the absolute fastest speed you can move. Wait! Okay, so after looking at the wiki to see if I missed anything, turns out we can go even faster? By picking up the Rejuvenator, we can gain another meter per second, and by taking the Teleporter, you gain 3. This combined with our 110% move speed scaling gives us a brand new land speed record of 81 meters per second, or nearly 300 kilometers an hour. Now, unfortunately, the timings are so tight that you can only enjoy the speed for less than a second before it tapers off. But just for reference, here's what it could hypothetically look like in a real game. Throw some items on the map, checkpoints here and there, and a Mario Kart HUD, and you've got yourself a new racing game. So here are our final scores. And I'd love to be proven wrong, so if you see a flaw in my build, then comment below and I'll make a follow-up video. If you want to mess around with the build yourself, then search up Cream Max Speed in the builds menu. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're a map maker looking for work, then get in touch. The rest of you, let me know what experiment you'd like to see next. Bye!